Hi everybody, welcome back to Vancovation Technology. Lakshmi here. I welcome you all once again for the continued series. In the second video of the series, we will be discussing about what you mean by a plagiarism, what actually a plagiarism content is, and what percentage of plagiarism content your paper should have to get an identified publication. And I'll also be showing you one of my publications, the view of a paper after it comes out from the plagiarism check. Okay, let's get started with the video. See, plagiarism, it is one of the essential element in the publishment of your research work. Okay, it is one of the mandatory step. All your research work, it may be a conference paper, research paper, or anything for that matter. Every document has to undergo a plagiarism check. Then only it will be identified with the recognized publication. There shouldn't be any copied content. The publication what you are bringing out should be your own content and it should be original. Okay, that is one of the base rule or the key element of your plagiarism. See, according to the famous online dictionary Merriam-Webster, the plagiarism means to steal or the pass off one's own idea to another. Okay, you shouldn't steal one's idea. The paper or the idea which you are bringing in your research publication should be your own to the best of your knowledge. It shouldn't be a stolen idea, or it shouldn't be an idea which is passed from others. Okay, it should be your original content. You shouldn't use another person's credit in your paper without their consent or knowledge. Okay, without the source concerns or knowledge, you cannot take the credits in your own publication. It should be intimated or it should be conveyed to the source person, otherwise it is considered as one of the fraudulent works. Okay, you shouldn't commit any literary theft. Literary theft is nothing but you cannot steal one's written ideas, once published ideas, and the content what you are publishing, it should be new and original. Okay, you can take some of the ideas from the existing source, but it shouldn't be a copied one. You can only take an inspiration or influence or continued work, or you can put a contradiction to the existing source, but you cannot directly copy the contents of the source publishment. That is what the basic meaning of plagiarism is. Plagiarism is nothing but the original content, the percentage of your original content in your research publishment. That is what the base meaning of plagiarism is. Okay, see, in other words, plagiarism is considered as an act of fraud. Obviously it is considered as an act of fraud. Why? Because without the source or the publishment source knowledge, you cannot take their credits, because it is their hard work, their original content. They have put in a lot of time and hard work and their intelligence into their publishments. Without their consent, you as an individual can't take the credit of it. It is not being ethical. Okay, it is considered as an act of fraud. It involves both stealing someone else's work or lying about it afterwards. Yeah, it is stealing someone else's work. Yeah, you're stealing it. After you stealing it, you have to be very honest in also agreeing to it, right? That is what lying it afterwards. I hope it is self-explanatory. Okay, changing the words of an original source is not sufficient to prevent plagiarism. Yeah, this is one of the important point. If you're taking some information from one source, let us consider the source is a very original thing. That is where the information or the information has been originated. Okay, you are taking that original content, that information, you are just changing the words, you are just changing the arrangement of words, you are the a base idea behind it, the content is not changed, you're only rearranging the words. This is also not allowed in the plagiarism. Okay, it is also considered one of the plagiarized work itself. Okay, if you have retained the essential idea of an original source and have not clarified it, then no matter how you change the order of words or order of context, your work is still plagiarized. That is what I'm explaining. You are just rearranging the words, you are just rephrasing the words, but you're not changing the base idea. Okay, maybe the context is different, but the original base idea is not changed. There still your presentation or your research work is considered as plagiarized. Okay, you have to make sure while you're publishing any of your research work, every idea to the best of your knowledge should be a original content. Okay, there are some tools to check the plagiarism content. Okay, there is certain softwares available, there are certain tools available online, certain tools are there where you need to get the license to use those tools. Okay, if you are a student or if you are a person who is associated with any institutions, the plagiarism check will be done from the institution side. Okay, for as per my example has been considered, when I was a BTech student, my publications when I did my masters and all my publications were given to my library. That was my base source. There the plagiarism check was been taking place. Okay, that is one of the base source. Okay, that is the base source. They'll be having some of the softwares where they will have to pay some amount and get the license. Okay, see, there are some online tools like Grammarly, Quillbot, and etc., where you can check the plagiarism content for a limited number of words, limited number of information. You can't check your entire report. That is not allowed, and these Grammarly and Quillbot are for your temporary checking. That's it. That is not a final check. There is this tool called tools or software or a website kind of a thing, anything you can consider, that is called as a Turnitin. Okay, that there it works as an actual checking tool of the plagiarism, where you need to pay some amount. Wherein when I used this a couple of months ago, it was for the first check, for the first users it was 60 rupees, and followed by second, third, and fourth times it was raised by 30 rupees. That was the amount it was fixed in the website. I used this website a couple of months ago. Yeah, have a look into it if you want to check your plagiarism content without any institutional support. Okay, the website is called as Turnitin. You need to pay some amount which will be under 100 or it may take up to 200. That's it. Okay, this is about plagiarism and tools for it. See, when you are publishing or when you are submitting your papers to certain publications, you have to abide by their laws. Some of the publications will accept 30% plagiarized content, 40%, 20%. It depends on the publications you want to get into. Okay, the plagiarism content, that boundary will be set by the concerned publications or the authority boards you are looking into. This is about the entire thing about plagiarism and the tools related to it. Now I will show you how the paper will be. Okay, this is one of my papers, which is emotion recognition in text. It was on the application of NLP and machine learning. This was my paper. This is the view of the paper before submitting it to the plagiarism. Okay, this is the paper which I got. This is the plagiarism checked PDF which I got from my. This was checked through the online content which I just showed. Okay, you will be getting some submission ID and word count, character count, everything will be done. Okay, submission date, ID, and everything will be listed out. See, these colored things will tell us from which source these things were copied from. Okay, while these blank things without coloring will tell us these are the original content, this is my own content. Okay, these colored things will tell us from which source it was taken from. You can see this 1, 2, 3 and all published, right? Yeah, if you come scroll a little bit down, here you will get entire information about from which source what paragraph was taken. If you consider this red, if you see these red things, this was taken from the source 1, which is that wikipedia.org. 5% was taken, 3% from this website, 2 from this, and 1 from these things. Okay, overall the plagiarism content of my paper is only 12%. Okay, which is one of the finest papers. Yeah, this is entirely about plagiarism. What tool you have to follow. If you are a student, you are be associated with any institution, library will be your safest place, or you can go with Turnitin, and you have to pay some amount and go with your plagiarism text, and this is the view of the paper. Okay, yeah, stay tuned for some more videos and support our YouTube channel. Thank you.